Hello there, welcome to Network Africa with me, Cynthia. We begin in Kenya. Now, it's been well over a month since 148 students at Garissa University, which is in Kenya, lost their lives during a siege by Al-Shabaab. It is the most gruesome attack on Kenyan soil, and in spite of that, the group threatened Kenya, saying there was a lot more to come. The Kenyan authorities came under intense criticism as citizens accused the government of not only being too slow in responding, but also not acting on intelligence made available to it. Initially, Kenyan authorities denied the accusations, but today they've admitted that indeed there was slow response to the threat and that they did not act on intelligence. The security officials blamed their slow response on poor coordination, and they also say the structural design of the campus had hampered the rescue mission, as the accommodation hostels were like cells as the windows had grills. Most of those who died in the raid were students, and the attackers singled out were Christians, and they were killed while those who were Muslims were spared. Now, less than 24 hours ago, France announced that it would be investigating child abuse claims made against its troops in the Central African Republic. Now that some soldiers have been identified, 14 in number, the French President François Hollande has vowed to make an example of any French troops found guilty of child sex abuse in the Central African Republic, as a judicial source said as many as 14 could be implicated. The allegations, which came to light this week when Britain's Guardian newspaper published extracts of an internal UN report, risks damaging the reputation of France's peacekeeping operations in Africa. A judicial source who requested anonymity told us that an initial reading of the full report suggested 14 soldiers had been involved in alleged abuse between December 2013 and June 2014. Subsequent French inquiries identified some of them, that's the soldiers in question, but they are yet to be questioned. Now we'll have a look at what's happening right here at home in Nigeria. The hope raised by the rescue of 200 girls and 93 women appears to be gradually fading away, as the military said today that it still doesn't know the true identity of some of the girls and women whom his men rescued from the Sambisa forest about 2 days ago. Addressing the media today in Abuja, the Director of Defense Information, Major General Chris Olukolade, said that at the moment, what is uppermost and priority at the moment is the movement of the victims to a conducive place. According to him, quote, whoever they may be, the important thing is that Nigerians held captive under severe and inhuman condition have been freed by our gallant troops, end of quote. He however reassured the nation that the momentum of the Sambisa operation will be sustained until the forest is comprehensively cleaned up. On that now, more captives of Boko Haram are now breathing the air of freedom following their release from the Sambisa forest in Borno State. The Army Public Relations Director Colonel Kukasheka Usman explains that the Army has cleared several terrorist strongholds, points and training camps within Sambisa forest. They say the soldiers have rescued more girls and women in addition to the 200 girls and 93 women which we mentioned earlier on. Now, during the operation, one soldier was killed in the process, and one woman and several terrorists were also killed, unfortunately.
In the Borno State capital, life is returning to normal. Some of the people who sought refuge here are returning to their villages in pursuit of their livelihood. The recent announcement by the military of the rescue of 293 girls and women in Sambisa forest has added color to the tone of activity. Commending the efforts of the military authorities in the rescue, the Borno State Deputy Governor Umar Mustafa asked them to do more for the state.
Girls and 93 women rescued from the Sambisa forest. But after a while, we heard that those girls are not the most expected girls that we are expecting to be rescued. We learned that they are not the Chibok girls, so perhaps we are still happy that and hopeful that people, girls, women and children are being rescued at the Sambisa forest, and we are happy that the military has at last gone into the Sambisa forest to rescue whoever is there and to liberate the Sambisa forest and arrest the insurgents. So we are happy, and perhaps whatever girls they recover from there, whether the Chibok girls or not, we are happy.
Some residents of Borno State react differently to the news of the rescue.
I really jumped with joy. It's over a year now that these missing girls have been giving Borno State indigents a nightmare. As a parent, really I feel sad. I know their parents are also under agony. The news was very, very important, and we also praise our military men for doing a very good job. But we want this job to be done clinically.
We are waiting for these 293 girls and women that have been rescued to be shown to us, to the whole world, that they have been rescued. Let's see them on the picture. Let's see their pictures. Let's see them in life, showing that yes, we have been rescued. Let them be interviewed that yes, we are the ones that they rescued yesterday from Sambisa. Then we can accept the fact that yes, the military is doing something. The other question is that yes, they have gone to the Sambisa forest. They have dismantled some of their camps. They were able to rescue these girls and women. What about the insurgents? What about the Boko Haram men? Where are they? Were they killed? Did they run away? Were they? I don't know. Let us see the actual picture.
Meanwhile, the military insists the rescued women and girls are being profiled. Releasing their identities soon would do a lot for the confidence of the residents. But most importantly, their rehabilitation and reunion with their families.
We'll take a break now on the program. When we come back, we look at the reintegration of former child soldiers in South Sudan. We'll have details for you shortly. Please stay with us.